countdown. Yeah, I actually, because Juliet isn't here because I'm not in town. I actually came up with the cold open this time. Um, it's for John Westlow
Oh no.
again, of course. Westlow, how many people have told you since we recorded the last podcast? How many people have told you that you have a face for radio, and how does it make you feel?
Actually, I expected a lot more of that, and I haven't gotten any, and I'm sort of disappointed that I spent probably like 15% of the podcast ragging on people, and no one ragged on me at all.
I think Jeremiah did. Like first thing he said in the group chat was that you're a lot prettier on the
Yeah,
radio
yeah, yeah.
or on the podcast or whatever.
I don't listen to that chat. Doesn't matter. Don't listen to the
I'm just
haters.
jumping
Brush them
into it.
off.
Yeah. But
How many goals has he scored?
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Okay, moving on.
Oh yeah.
He's actually have to show up to score goals.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't talk to me if I've scored more goals than you. That's all that
Which
matters, right?
I've been told that I scored a goal last game, so
You
yeah.
did. And we can go ahead and start getting into the games, actually.
Okay.
First game, Friday night, would be Jurassic Pucks versus the Bell Ringers. Captain John Westlow won again. And actually, before we really get going, I realized that we didn't even like introduce ourselves on the last
No,
episode.
not at all.
And especially now that we have a guest, we should probably go ahead and do that. Um, so Westlow, everybody knows you.
Everybody.
Everybody should. You're kind
John
of a key component
Westlow,
of the
yellow
league, I feel
helmet from
like.
the Jurassic Pucks, coming to an empty ice
Also,
rink near you.
who never stops talking also. My name is Trenton. I'm alternate captain of the Gossip Girls. And we also have Michael here.
Yeah. I am Michael, and I am the captain of the Gossip Girls.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
I wasn't there this week, so Michael is filling in to give us the lowdown on the game last night. But I did go Friday
Yeah,
night.
you watched my
which
game.
was, It
Yeah.
was a really good game. I did. I left yesterday morning at like 6 a.m. So there's no way I was gonna get to ours.
Yeah, no way. It's fine.
Um,
I have to
um,
say, having spectated one game, it's pretty entertaining. Even I had a lot of fun watching that first game that I watched. Did you have fun?
I did. The first game I spectated, I spent way too much time taking pictures apparently.
Yep.
Um, but it was a lot of fun. It's really cool to obviously watching from the bench is different because when I get off the bench, I'm kind of just dying, or get on the bench, I'm just dying, and so I don't really get to see a whole
Yeah,
lot.
you're only
And it's a whole
receiving the
different
vibes of the
perspective
game,
too.
not the actual game at that point. Your brain can't process enough.
Yeah, yeah. But being completely out of the game is great. Michael, how did you feel about watching the game last night?
Yeah. Last night was fun. It was. I mean, as the captain, I really wanted to compete, but I couldn't. But being able to
And your
watch, I
team was
kind of
out
agree
on
with
the ice
Westfall.
too, so that must have been a little tough.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
tough. Yeah, the team's on the ice, and you weren't there as well. So Thomas Patterson took over and kind of was the acting captain as my alternate, and I try to be as hands off as possible because I wasn't playing, but being able to watch the game, it was just so much more fun, and I feel like I got to really understand our team better, if that makes sense. Because when you're in the game, you're only kind of seeing maybe a shift here and there that stands out, but being a spectator is a lot different because now you can see like every shift in a more detailed way because now you're like kind of like Wessel said, like you get off the bench or you get on the bench and your brain can't process it. Um, so I definitely recommend maybe like watch spectate a game just once this season and you'll have a whole new appreciation for it.
Yeah, I was surprised at how entertaining it was and like how I could actually see. I was watching Bell Ringers versus Crown Cleaners, and I was thinking, just watching that, I'm like, you could see how these teams play. Where
Wasn't it our game? Wasn't it our game last week that you watched?
oh yeah, you're right, it was you guys because
It was
Bell Ringers
Gossip
versus
Girls and
Bell
Bell
Ringers.
Ringers.
That's right. Yeah, we played Crown Cleaners. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could actually see how the game sort of flows. And the Ice Chalet is a pretty small rink, so you wouldn't think that like just sitting 10 more feet off the ground is a big game changer, but it sort of is. It sort of is.
Mhm. Yeah, you can really see the big picture and kind of like watch stuff develop too.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice because I've now watched 2 games that my team didn't play in. I haven't even watched my team play from the stands. But it's really cool, like, the big thing that I took from it was, like, I got to figure out the weaknesses of the Jurassic Pucks.
None, zero.
Um, none,
Yeah, zero weaknesses.
you know? Uh, it's a whole lot different, when you're out on the ice, you know, you feel like everyone's better. At least for me, I'm like, "Oh my god, everyone's so much better than me," and, like, this dude's coming at me 100 miles an hour, but then you get on the stands and it's like, "Oh, man, this game is so much,"
Way
like, it
closer.
feels slower than it does. It's a lot slower than it feels on the ice, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think when you see someone go past you in real life, you're like, "That's the fastest human I've ever seen." And then you see that
Yeah,
person go past like someone on the. I'm like, "Okay, you just had one more step." Yeah, it's a little
yeah,
different when you're not POV.
yeah. The Bell Ringers, though, they have some skaters,
They got
man,
some fast fellers. Yes,
and
They
you've
do.
got a couple good guys too.
I think
That
Couple's an
guy,
understatement.
I think we have.
I just say
Yeah,
understatement.
I think we have a couple guys that are like absolutely at the top, very top of the league. Um, Ross,
I'm gonna say
yeah,
Ross for one.
Ross is his ability to like catch a puck while skating backwards and then immediately going full speed forward, or vice versa.
Yeah,
He's and in the way he transitions forward to back, very very fast. And then we have the new
yeah.
guy Justin, who I didn't know, what his skill level would be, but Cardi bought him from
I see
church.
white helmet, white
Yeah, white
cage.
helmets. He said, "Oh, he's going to be pretty good." I said, "Okay." He's excellent. Yeah. So
Yeah, he's really good. He is really good. The other thing about Ross too that really is astonishing to me is he has a lot of lateral movement.
hmm and he
Like,
uses it. Yeah.
and he uses it. Yeah, and it's really noticeable in such a small rink. Do we know how much smaller the chalet is than a regulation size,
I would say it has to be
like
about
officially?
30 to 40%. It's
Yeah.
the width is not that much smaller, but the length is about half.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty small. No, maybe it's it could be more than half, could it? Not much more than half.
I don't
If it is
know.
if it's more than half, it wouldn't be by much, but I have no actual idea. We can probably get a dimension.
I'm gonna say we can figure it out pretty easily. Not right now, but so anyway, um, the first game of the Jurassic Pucks and the Bell Ringers. Westlow, how did you feel about that game overall?
I feel like if I didn't have a sub goalie, we would have lost. Um,
That goalie
Very
was
good.
he was locked.
Yeah. And we still only won by a goal. Right?
He won by
Oh, we
2.
won by 2? Yeah, but it was pretty
He won
close.
by 2.
We were down for
It was
sure. We
pretty
were down
close.
2-0,
Mhm.
um, to the Bell Ringers, and, then their shooters sort of dried up, and one thing that my team definitely has, like, I only have 2 or 3, like, fast skaters, but pretty
Yeah,
much everyone on my team can shoot. Um,
yeah,
Probably
Yes.
the only person on the team who is, like, not like a sniper would be, uh Cardi, for like he's got a good shot, but he's not picking corners. But he could still he's already got
yeah.
2 or 3 goals this year, so it's not like he can't score.
Yeah, I think he got one
He got one in
on
the first game for sure, and he got because I remember him tucking it 5-hole. We talked about it, and then he got one last night.
mhm. Yep.
Um, and I wouldn't consider myself a shooter as part of my typical part of my game, but I do have a pretty decent shot. I just don't use it enough. Um,
Yeah, I mean, all you do is take slap shots.
yeah, and I love it.
Yeah, and they either go 400 miles an
Or
hour or they go 4
0.
feet.
Yeah.
I think it was the very first one that you took of the game, and I asked you when you came back to the bench, I genuinely thought you broke your stick because it just did not
Didn't
move.
move at all, and it made a
It
really bad
it was
noise.
like it was like a crack,
Yeah.
like a baseball bat, it was like that level, and then the puck just goes, "Me?"
Yeah, as
Well,
soon as I heard that noise, before I even, like, hit the puck, I started skating backwards because I knew that it was a turnover, so, like, I'm not even recovering from this. Yeah.
Well, then what's funny too is I'm gonna say something too is like I got to play with Westlow up in Louisville in a tournament, and his
Mm,
his he had a goal that he snuck in, right? But then he
It was
has
the
this
ugliest goal.
absolute was the ugliest goal. We didn't even think he scored. But same game, he has this clapper from the blue line, and it almost goes in. It's a piss missile. And in the same game, I think the very next shift, he does his Wessel special, lines it up, hits the slapper, goes completely horizontal, and eats it. Puck goes maybe 2 feet in front
Yeah,
of him.
I
Same game.
fell down.
Same game.
Mike, we had a Mike was on that tournament. He's on DCP, or not, sorry, he's on the Crown
Mhm.
Cleaners, and we had a set play that we've sort of like wanted to see if we can use because he was going to be playing right wing. He normally plays left. I'm like, if you're on the right wing, you could pass it to me on for a little one timer if you catch the puck because you can't shoot it from the right side, right? Not as easy. And so he was going to win it. If the puck went to him, he was going to set it up to me, and it happened like 8 times in the tournament, and just about every time I fell down while shooting. So it just was
Yeah.
not working, and a lot of it because the puck was like a little too short into my skates, and I didn't adjust where I was shooting at.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, oh, bad pass, Mike, it's your fault. I'm saying like the puck is coming at you fast. You got to make the adjustment quick, and I was not, and so I was just sort of
Yeah.
falling over trying to like bring the stick into my feet without having set it up prior. But yeah, I probably laid down on the floor completely for at least 2 shots.
But what's so funny about the John Westlow clapper is that you'll get the puck and you'll sit there and nobody will come at you, and then you'll square up to it and nobody will come at you, and you'll rear back and no one will come at you, and then you just rip it, and all of a sudden everyone's right in front of
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Well, I aim
Like,
at
there was
people. I
one.
don't aim at the net. I'll tell you straight up. I'm sorry. I aim at people. If there's no one in front of me, I might not even shoot. But if that was the case, I might go ahead and aim at the net. But I am not trying to beat the goalie clean. Like the first one that you saw was talking about in that last game that actually came off instead of being the 4 mile an hour one, I was aiming right at Cardi Biscuit's knees. That was my intention, and I
Yeah.
I really came close to nailing him. So because there was him, Kaz was right there as well because Cardi won the face-off. Kaz went
Yeah.
in, and they both pulled 2 defenders off, and I'm like, "This is it. I'm gonna aim right at that group of 2 defenders and 2 of my guys. We'll see what happens."
Yeah.
Because also Scoob was in net, and we were talking about it all night. You can't beat Scoob clean. If you're gonna just square up in front of
Yeah.
him and take a shot, he's got you.
Yeah. Scoob is such a solid goalie, and I love that all the goalies in this league are just like so competent and so competitive that you don't go against a team. You're like, oh, I got this guy. Like every goalie here can win you a night.
Yeah, because
Dude,
even go ahead.
he came out one time and it, like, was scary.
He can play. He can play the puck, but he's one of the only ones who
Well,
will.
he came up to, like, the face-off circles, like, and they, like, beat it, like, they got past him, and they just the defenseman just, like, had it on
Yeah,
lock,
I think that
and
was
they
Kent on my team. He chipped it behind him, but it went too
yeah,
far away, so when he went to go put a stick on it, it was wide, and your defender was able to pick it up. It was not on
yeah,
net, but
that was a
he did beat
crazy
him to the
play.
puck. 65-year-old Kent beat him to the puck, but yeah, but he's
Yeah,
good on him for being brave enough to do it, right? Because
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not even brave enough to get in the net, so
So I think skill wise, like Scoob is probably the best goaltender in the league, right? I like because he also squares up so well. Who do you think is better? You think Shelley?
Tim,
Oh, Tim. That's true. I did forget about Tim. I
I
haven't
can't
seen
I
him play in
can't
a while,
wait.
but I know he's
I
very
can't
good.
wait to talk about this guy when it's my turn.
Yeah.
we'll get there, we'll get there, I promise, I promise.
I spent the whole game trying to figure out who scored the first goal in this game because I'm like, we do have 3 goals, right? And I can only remember 2 people scoring, and then at the very end, I remembered it was actually me.
It
Yeah.
was.
So I passed it I got the puck directly in front of the net, but I was on my backhand, and I passed it over to Kaz, who was on the back door, and I'm like, and the goalie was following me the whole way. Pass it through my legs to him. So I'm like, oh, this is a freebie goal. And I turn around and almost start skating back to the bench, and I hear nothing. So I turn back around, and he just finally gets the shot off because I guess it bobbled on him. And then
Yeah.
if I didn't turn back around, I wouldn't have got this goal because I turned around and it landed behind him, and I just sort of poked it in. but it was
Yeah,
up
you
in
just
the
kind of
air,
poked it
and I was
in.
thinking about whacking it. I'm like, no, the goalie is still sliding away. I need to not panic, and I didn't, and I sort of tacked it in backhand. But I
Yeah.
only remember that because someone else told me because I had no memory of this at first.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, well, it wasn't pretty. Once again, like you said earlier, it wasn't
No.
pretty, but it was a goal, and that's all that
Yep.
matters.
I think the goals were opened up once again by Beans. he he took
I
a
think you're
yeah
correct.
he shot short side, just coming down the wing. Uh, no special play. He just came in, saw that
Mhm.
the gap between him and the defender wasn't super tight. He said, I can go short side on him, and just does it. Tucked it, I think, right under the glove.
Yeah, it was a good goal for sure. Like there aren't you honestly you had the only ugly goal of that game. I feel like.
Leave it to me. Seriously.
Yeah. I do want to say, obviously Juliet was with we came to the game together. Watching you celebrate with your son was one of the cutest things I've ever seen.
Oh, good. I love that. He just came into the rink at the time I scored too.
Yeah. That was adorable. And then we sat afterwards and talked about how adorable his little jersey was.
Yeah, his little Jurassic Pucks jersey. Yeah.
That that is adorable. And I will say too, you know, it kept messing me up because so Juliet's family calls her Juju.
Yes.
And so I keep hearing you
Did
say
you?
it, and I'd look over, and I'd be like, "What? What?" It took me till, I don't know, the second or third period to kinda get it in my head that somebody wasn't calling for her.
Right. Yeah. Whenever you hear me yell cute things to Juju, it is not to your girl. It is to my
I
little
Yeah.
son. Yeah.
Well, I know, but it's just that reaction of, like it's like when somebody says your name, like, if there's, if in your case, there's 2 Johns in the room and you both look over, like, it's that same concept of, like, "What?"
Which probably happens about 100
Um,
more times than Juju. Juju is not
yeah,
uncommon for a person named Juliet,
yeah,
Julius, or Julian or whatever, but
yeah.
it's definitely not a common. Yeah.
It's not, but that was really cute, and I just had to
Well,
say
I
it.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Um,
I love
anytime,
having him
anytime.
around. My wife's been pregnant and sick, so and then that doesn't get outside much for that. So she hasn't been attending a lot of the games, but we still had to drive separately because she
Yeah,
wasn't able to get ready fast enough for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
um, his
So you said she's been pregnant. Do you have another one on the
yeah
way, or
yeah. We have one in August.
Nice, man.
well,
Congrats.
Thank you very
congratulations.
much. Yep, the announcement is official
Yep.
now because it's on the pod.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but no one knew
Well,
that.
she always every time anyone sees her, it's at the hockey rinks, really. And if she's at the hockey rink, she's in
Yeah,
6 layers. You can't see nothing. But she's got
yeah.
a big old belly.
My goal is, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I've only ever seen it. I saw the Ice Bears do it actually. One of their players, his wife, or I'm gonna say wife,
Yeah.
is pregnant, and they did the gender reveal with I guess he took a clapper on a puck that was
Yeah,
covered in colored dust or whatever. And that is like my goal. I would love to do
that would be
that.
cool. Yeah,
That would be cool.
I'm not into like making a big deal of things, but if I was going to do it, that'd be the way to do it for sure. Right?
I think especially because for me and for us, I guess, and great, keeping in mind she's not pregnant. I'm going to say that
Mhm.
now. Um, it's really cool to like. I don't know. I've gotten really close with this team. I feel like, and everybody, a lot of people in this league too, and especially with her. Like, I walked into your locker room to talk to you, and Rucker's like, "Did your wife bring Gushers this time?" Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah, she's
I don't know.
team
I
mom.
think she's team mom. I'm going to get an M and iron it on her jersey. I stand by that.
Do it.
But
Who's is there
um,
like a court name for a midwife type thing situation?
I don't know. That's
Because
a great question.
your captain is Mike, you are queen, and then your two
Yeah.
assistant captains,
mhm.
Trenton and Thomas Patterson. You have to get his full name every time.
You get a full name every time.
They're princesses. So if you're team
Yep.
mom, would you be like team maiden or like
But to say handmaiden,
handmaiden or
is that what
midwife or something like
that's?
that?
Yeah, something like that.
We got some research to do now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
After the
Homework.
pod, we'll get that
Yeah,
going.
for sure.
Um, but congratulations, John Westlow, on being the only undefeated team left in the league.
Oh yeah, we won
right?
last week too, so we're 2-0.
You are. Yes.
Oh, that's
you're
right. 'Cause we
2-0.
squeaked out that win when we thought it was going to be a tie. Yeah, we
Yep.
scored in the last like 30, 40 seconds or something like that, or a minute.
Yeah, you did, because we were concerned about running overtime.
That's right.
But yep.
And there is
Jurassic
a new
Pucks-
number 2 in the standings, by the way, gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Is it us?
It's the Gossip Girls.
Wow.
Oh man. Oh yeah, because so we can. That's a good transition actually. So we won 3-0 last night.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. We
3-0.
did.
Tim shutout.
The
Tim
Tim
shutout.
shutout. Yes. Yeah, and let me tell you, that was an amazing game. So, yeah, but that win puts us into second in the division because the goal differential.
The division.
We're now the division. Yeah, the 14 division.
Yeah.
They don't have to. They don't have to know how many teams they have. We just say the division.
I think that the
sounds
only
cool.
The only people
that are
listening
gonna
are the
watch
people.
this
Yeah.
are-
This isn't
Yeah,
going to the
true.
wider.
we say that.
You say that.
We
Let's
say
go-
that,
It's going out.
but-
It's going out. It's going out.
We say that we had. I'll be honest. Before we get into talking about the game last night, sorry, Michael. I genuinely did not expect the last episode, the first episode of just us like sitting in the back of the car,
Completely unplanned, completely unscripted,
completely unplanned, off the
script
cuff.
of the not script.
Which I mean, this one doesn't have a script either. We're not scripting anything. We don't even have bullet
We brought
points.
in
That was
more
a
knowledge.
suggestion that we
brought
got.
in more brain.
Yeah,
'Cause that's all we have.
yeah. We brought in more ADHD.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that video to get over 10 views, or I was like, I don't even, if people watch it, it'll just kind of be like pity watches.
Mm-hmm.
I checked this morning, it was at 75 views or something like that.
That's insane. We don't even have 75 people in this league.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is like, we have had more people watch it than are in the league. So there, somehow, some way, people are watching it. Whether or not they're watching the whole thing, I don't know.
It's it's just Juliet watching it on repeat to pump your numbers up.
Over and
Yeah.
over
Hey,
and
that's
over,
right. That's what Team Mom does.
Team Maiden.
Jared's kids all have like, or not Jared, Scott's kids all have like 5 tabs open just watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told a couple people about it that didn't know about it on the Crown Cleaners. So because we
Yeah.
definitely gave Don a shout out last week. So I wanted to make sure he knew about that
Yeah.
at least, because he respects that.
Yep.
And he goes, "What do you mean podcast?"
Well,
I'm like, "It's not worth watching, but here's the link."
Yeah, we should get. I don't know if we should get the captains to post it in their chat every week.
I don't know why not.
I mean, we could.
You'll
But
post
we
it in
need
our
to.
chat for us.
Yeah, I posted in our chat. We just got to get Jeremiah to post it in his chat, I guess.
Easy. We can make it happen.
You'll have to-
I'll give it to Mike
we
and
can,
have him
yeah.
post it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so Mike, you were in the
but
middle of
anyway,
describing
so
some
anyway,
game.
the game that Mike witnessed last night.
Yeah. Okay. So, unfortunately, I couldn't play, but I still showed up, support the team. I had some jerseys to hand out. And we were missing a few people. So I know we mentioned Scott. So I am going to give a shout out to Scott's very own firstborn son. Had his first career goal yesterday.
Hey.
And,
But he also
and
had that
Scott will be happy
sweet
that he
assist
got
last
mentioned in
game.
this podcast.
Yeah. So Jared actually right now is a point per game player, which is way more than Scott can say.
Second organized hockey game he's ever played, and he's a point per game player.
Yeah, and so we gave Scott so much grief.
Two
What's
games,
great about
2
that?
points, 6 falls.
Yep. So you kind of hit the nail
No
on the head.
helmet loss.
So Jared
No
scores,
helmet
right?
loss.
It's a beautiful little backside goal, and dude, we're like, oh my god, like you did it. Scott sucks. We're chirping, and the very next shift, he full on lays out yard sale, and you hear Thomas Patterson, oh, there goes Scott, and we're just cracking it up, dude.
Yes.
But no, it was an awesome feeling to see a guy get his first one ever. Especially a guy like Jared. He's such a cool guy.
Oh yeah, I
But,
love him to death.
Yeah, so got there, kind of got everyone organized. Met with Rex, met with Jeremiah's team. They were a little bit short, so Brucker actually was supposed to play for us. He actually ended up going over to Crown Cleaners because they were more short-handed.
Okay.
Westel, I'm gonna give one of your girls a shout out. Morgan probably played her best game I've ever seen her play in this league.
On
And
your team
even
or on their
last-
team?
On my team,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
she was like, I've never seen this type of Morgan before. I don't know if she's just been holding back, but dude, she crushed it, and I hope she had just the most amount of fun.
Well,
So
there's something to be said about playing a game to warm up, right? Because she had a good game for us too.
Mhm. She did.
Except for the one moment, I know she's gonna rail on me for railing on her. Someone back passed it to her, and she was gonna wind up and hit it, but she stepped on the puck and just laid down.
Oh, I saw that.
She took a little nap.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah,
but
nothing you could do about that.
She crushed it. She
Oh,
crushed
no.
it. We loved it. Kaz came over. Another guy that he's not on a roster, but he subbed in, dropped in,
Did you pick up
and
your
I was giving him.
the drop-in
I
fee
was
for him
giving.
or no?
Oh no, I thought you did.
No, sorry.
Oops. Yeah, but I was giving him grief because every time he played against the Puckies last season, he was good for like 2 or 3, and he didn't score at all this last game. But he was very active. I mean, he was deceptively fast, good handling.
Yeah.
He played a great game.
Yeah, last
But
year
going
he
on,
was on my line with me and another guy, Ivan, who I was just setting those guys up as much as possible, trying not to score. And the puck follows that kid around, Kaz. It just follows him around.
yeah,
Yeah.
He
he's
gets
a puck magnet.
yeah,
Man.
and he's not super fast. He's got decent hands. He's just a guy in a way, right? He's not like he's not going to blow you away.
He's a good, solid player.
Yeah, he's not going to blow you away with any specific skill, but he's got every skill in good amounts, and the puck just rewards him.
But he's always where he needs to be, and which is
Yeah.
kind of like where I want to transition to, like for the Gossip Girls, is we can all agree that like this team probably is the most least experienced team out of the 4.
Yeah, has to
in
be.
ter-
Yeah, has to
um,
be.
has to be right. But what's great is we have the 5 OGs with Trent and myself, Thomas Patterson, Scott, and Simone that we all met at Cool Sports. So we've been
Mhm.
playing since Cool Sports a year ago. Played in the JF League, played in this league. Elliot's back for his second season with us. The Coopers are back with their second season for us. So like last night, you kind of really started to see that consistency started to gel. And when you add
Mhm.
someone like Tim and Brenda, it allows you to be more fluid and not play so scared, which is great because the I thought Leslie, you were kind of blowing smoke on my butt about how good Tim was, dude.
No,
After the game, because
Tim's nuts.
Being subbed in, he wrote the captain's chat. He goes, "I don't know what curse your goalie put on, but we could not get one past him." This guy was so confident in the goal. It was amazing, right? So like, it definitely allowed us to play more freely. 'Cause I feel like that's one of our issues too. Is with the inexperience, our heads down. We're so worried about messing up that we actually don't play hockey. We're trying to play more of this like, oh, well, I played okay. I'm not trying to mess up. I don't want to be the reason why we lose. This game
Yeah,
seemed
playing not to lose
ev-
instead of playing to win.
yeah, and
Yeah.
this one seemed like everyone was like that we were making passes. They were, tape to tape passes. And again, when you add someone like Brenda and Tim with those like IQ, Tim would come over during intermission and talk to the skaters. Hey guys, I see this and this. Like, and it was nice as you have these defensemen and they're back checking and Tim's yelling, "Hey, right, left!" Like just the
Oh, yeah,
communication.
he's
You can
vocal
see,
too, right?
dude. I loved it, and it's funny. So it was actually 0-0 going to the third period, right?
Oh
And
wow,
Really?
dude, it was such a good game because they have some players on that team, and
no lie, yeah.
They
I
do.
remember um the big thing for us last week was rebounds. Like we gave up 3 rebound tip-ins. We didn't give
Mhm.
up a single rebound at all this time. The positioning in terms was just so much better. We ended up making a change where we took Elliott off of defense and we actually made him be our center. And dude, it was a game changing like switch. And honestly, that credit goes to Brenda because Thomas and I were talking and Brenda goes, "Hey, like this is what I'm noticing." And she mentioned it. And I was like, "Let's try it. Like let's give it a shot." And dude,
Also, credit goes to
like,
you and Thomas Patterson for listening, because you don't have to
oh
listen
Yeah.
to nobody,
yeah,
right? But yeah,
well I appreciate it. I told her and Tim the same thing. I texted him. I was like, "Dude, like I've only started playing hockey a year ago. Cool Sports was the first time I ever put pads on. So like, I'm not the type of captain. If you tell me something, I'm gonna be butthurt. Like, I want to be good. I want to have the knowledge. That's why in Louisville I asked you questions. Like, I just want to be able to provide and make sure like my guys just have fun. So we did that, and then we end up saying, nope, this is sticking. Like Elliott's playing center the rest of the season. Like,
forever and ever.
uh, dude, it was awesome.
He scored 2, right?
Who'd you switch him out
he
for?
scored 2.
So who goes back?
Thomas Patterson.
So Thomas is going to play D
Well,
again.
well, well, so Thomas originally he played right wing last week, but what happened is Trenton was gone, and he played
Yes.
center for us. So what's gonna happen is we'll have Danny, Simone, and Elliott play center.
Okay.
Yes.
S-
And I,
Simone Simone isn't gonna be there next week, so Trenton will step in and play center, but it allows us to
And you guys go 2 and 2,
be more
right? You guys play one center, one wing.
well we play 3. We're
Oh, you're
3-1.
3-1. You do 3-1 as well. That's right.
Yeah,
we're
3-1,
trying it
but
out.
we're a 3-1 now, especially with Tim and Brenda, because our centers. The goal is our centers go back and play D, so that's why we have Elliott, Simone, and Danny doing it.
Yeah. That makes
And
sense.
it's really nice having a guy like Danny do it because you can see picture perfect how it's supposed to look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right? We-
And Elliott is a really good D man too.
yeah, and that makes it perfect, right? Because he got a few shots off on goal. He won face-offs. He's a great skater, and then he gets back on
Yeah.
defense. It was like, why didn't we think about this before? So
Yeah.
Because you probably asked who
it
can
was a
play
great game.
defense, and he raised his hand, and they're like, "All right, there you go."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a great game overall. Though there was the vibes. Your guy that you sent us, Westlow Jackson Bennett,
Mhm.
had his first game. I thought he did awesome. Definitely, first 2 shifts took him a little bit to get comfortable, but once he got comfortable, he was in good positions. He looked confident out there, and I texted him
Nice.
after the game, and he said he had a lot of fun, and he's looking forward to the season. So, um, dude, everyone gelled really well, and I'm bummed that Trenton missed it because this might have been his favorite game so far. But having Tim and Brenda, they're huge additions to the team, and again, that's not a slump team we win against. And for Tim to come in not knowing anybody and get a shutout is crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Debut shutout.
Yeah. And then 3 goals in a period. Excellent work there.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jared started it off. It went Jared,
So which
Danny,
goalie
and then
were you going
Simone.
up against? You were going up against Shelley.
We were going against Adam Michael. He was our goalie in Louisville.
Gotcha. Yeah, Rod.
Yeah. Rod, yeah, Rod, hot Rod. So, and he's a good goalie too. So
yeah.
it was a close game. Danny had a few breakaways, and Rod stopped them, and
Danny on a breakaway. Shh, that's scary.
yeah, and Danny had multiple Danny ended up scoring one finally, but he had 4 or 5 where we're on the bench jumping because we're like, oh, money, like easy, and Rod stopped him. So, but yeah, dude. So I'm gonna tell you about Tim real quick though. Because we were laughing at one point because it's the 3rd period, and you wouldn't think this guy was sweating at all. He'd have breakaways on him, 2 guys on him with no defense, like it was just turnover, bad pass,
Mhm.
and someone shot 5-hole, and he didn't even bother to get down. He just put his hand down to grab it.
No.
No, he
That's
was
dirty.
so dude. Me and Thomas Patterson were laughing so hard because like he didn't even
That's too
attempt to
confident.
butterfly.
That's for sure.
Oh, and dude, every time I had to tell Brenda, I was like, "What's it like being married to that? Like that's just awesome." So it was a good game. You guys would have loved to see it.
That's good. They play
Yeah.
constantly too. They do soccer 2 days a week as well, or at least Tim does. I don't know if Brenda's with him on the soccer, but like they play hockey as often as in sports as often as they can. So they're just always doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe if you do it
that's
as much as
awesome.
he does, you get that confidence. Because I'm not there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then
Hey.
what's crazy is he would stop a puck. Like 3rd period, you can tell he's getting a little gas. Like he would stop a puck, and there would be like a somewhat of a rebound. And I've never really seen a goalie in our league do this, but he would get out of the crease to like slap his own rebound out of the way so no one else could clean it up for him. Like,
Nice.
it was
Not going to
it was
leave that
interesting to see
sitting here.
'cause-
That's for sure. Yeah.
yeah, it wouldn't be like a foot. Like it would be like a few feet. He'd get out of the crease and there's people everywhere. And I'm like, what are we doing? And it just tapped it away like nothing was happening.
Like Scoob, Tim can skate out really well. Like Tim would be
Yes.
too good for this league skating out. He's that
Yeah.
level. He doesn't have the same shot as Noah did last year, right? But he has everything else is just top notch.
Yeah.
Incredible vision. He's like playing on overhead mode in the NHL 25 or something because he sees everything. He made me a good player. How about that? It made me able to hang out hang out with him when I was playing on the same team as him.
No, that is great. Yeah,
It's pretty hard to
he's
do.
a welcome addition. I told him to he has any advice, throw it to Trent and me or Thomas Patterson, and we would eat it up.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. Pick his brain for sure.
Building a dangerous team over here, Westlow. Look
That's
out.
okay.
We're trying.
That's all right. That's fine. As long as we keep everyone having fun, I don't think there's any problem with a team being good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that started happening towards the end of last season was, and we kind of touched on this last week, was, having one just ringer that can do it all. It just kind of like, even if they're like, oh, I'm just trying to set you guys up, it's like, man, this isn't, it's not really as
Yeah,
fun.
because there was like 4 or 5 games where like no one really cared about the score at all. Like because they just
Yeah.
like it score or we started like Thomas Patterson made mention to me. He goes, "Do you want to just not count this person's goal and this person's goal?" And then we won 3-2. I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine."
Yeah. But even then though, it's like, if you don't count the goals on the official record, it's like, well, the team still has that like our team doesn't try as hard because we're like, oh, we don't have to worry about
Right,
it,
yeah, it changes the whole
because
dynamic of the game. Yeah.
and then the other team is like, well, this is kind of BS, so we don't really want to try. Like, there's no point because all this dude's gonna do is just,
Score 5.
yes, he's like, oh, we're down by one. Let me just score four real quick. Like,
Yeah.
it's a whole different dynamic, and now having all the teams a lot more evenly matched, and and just the overall vibe of the league being better. The officiating makes a big difference. Like the icing calls are great, a great addition in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Yep.
We were abusing the no icing in our league because we have Tucker, who's just a freight train. So we just send it from our end of the ice, rim it around icing, and then he'd catch it on the far side, like going into the zone.
Yeah,
Like that was a plan.
Yeah, and I think with this league too, it teaches you how to work in situational, hockey. When before in
yeah,
the other league, it was yeah, same thing like, oh, get the puck. I'm gonna throw it down the ice. Let Noah or Elliot or Dan go get it. But now it's you have to keep your head up. You have to make that outlet pass. You actually have to play hockey to make that play now, which is yeah, I agree. I think it's one of the best additions we've done.
Yeah, I
yeah,
in the first period of the game that I played in against Bell Ringers, we were getting a lot of favorable bounces when we were rebounds or getting the clear. It was always going to our guy, and so we were getting like free breakouts. And I'm not saying anything bad about the Bell Ringers, right? But it just the
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bellers. Um, so first, we were getting pretty much free breakouts, and so and I noticed in the second period we started to get really sloppy in our own zone, and we were still getting away with it because the puck was going to us, and we were in the wrong spots, and then we were able to send the puck out to someone who was already out of the zone. And the reason they were out of the zone is because they were out of position. So we were like playing bad hockey and getting away with it, and I was able to catch us and reel us back in. I'm like, make sure everyone's getting in their position, and then when the puck stopped going our
Yeah,
way, we were already ahead of it. Luckily, because we caught that ahead of time. Um, I'm saying it looked like we were running the game or having a lot more possession luck or success, but it really was just sort of the puck was sort of going our way, and I didn't want us to get sloppy about that. Um,
I-
that gave us a lot of help in the third period when we actually started catching up.
that game it was pretty much. It felt like it was all breakaways. Like there was so many in that game on both sides. You
Yeah,
know,
I was gonna say your team seems to generate a lot of breakaways, and our team we try to go in together more or less, but we always leave ourselves open for the 1-on-2. And that's sort of a
yeah,
weakness of the 3-1 with one defenseman, right? So
yeah,
if the guy who's sort of the two-way, supposed to play forward, supposed to play defense a little bit, has the puck or is the one
hmm
losing the puck, then you sort of get sucked in too low, and then everyone has to play defense. So there's a lot of 2-on-1s for sure, but
You guys had a 2-on-0 breakout in your game too, if I remember
I
correctly.
probably didn't do anything good with it.
I don't think you scored off of it, but it was like, oh man, this is. I don't remember what happened. Somebody got caught up, or I don't remember how it ended, but it didn't end in a
I remember
goal.
Jake
But it was
Brucker
still
looking
like,
me off when we were wide open on a power play, and I was sitting back door, and he just said, "I'm gonna shoot it," and he missed the net completely, and it goes behind me and rolls out of the zone. I was like, "That was nice." Very nice.
We did have our first power play of the league
Yeah, how'd that go?
on
We
Friday.
just went 4-on-3,
It
but
was
they did not
yep,
know who committed it, and neither did we.
they did.
Well, they didn't
No, no,
know
no, no, no. What
immediately,
happened,
right?
the guy immediately came off and sat on the stairs for uh like the bleachers or the
Mhm.
stands. He just went and sat like made his own penalty box. He was like, "Yep, I sorry I did
Yeah.
it." But I don't guess he communicated to his team
Right, yeah. He
that
knew he was
that
committing
was
the
on a
penalty,
power
but they
play.
did not. So they just kept
Yeah,
we were trying to tell him to get a guy off for a little
yeah.
while.
Because they send a guy on the ice and and it's like what like I paused the music during that so that you guys could hear each other. But and another thing before how was the music by the way on
Much
the
more
ice?
noticeable. It's still not, like,
Okay.
loud, still not clear, but it's much more noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that new speaker is
Um
probably the way to go for sure, especially since it's free.
I think so too. Right. Thank you to the donation.
Yeah, who did that?
I don't know the company name. We'll have to get that and shout them out next
Yeah, for sure. Let's
time.
get them a shout out
Um,
because having
um,
a speaker that's also a storage box we can keep our pucks in and leave at the
yes,
rink is excellent.
yes. Um,
Big fan.
I don't know, Michael. Did you leave that there?
Yep.
Okay. I don't. They kind of said, "Oh, well, you can leave it overnight. It's
They're not
fine." Or
responsible.
and then
That's he's like, as long
yeah,
as
they're
I'm
not
not talking about it,
responsible.
or no, I don't know anything about it. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we'll see if it's there this week.
I gotta meet up with one of you guys or with you or Thomas Patterson to give a jersey. So when we do that, I can always go over there, or maybe somebody else can grab it. Who knows?
I will not be back until
What's our next
Thursday.
matchup on Friday?
It is going to be, I believe it's Crown Cleaners and the Bell
Bell Ringers.
Ringers.
Okay. And then us two on Saturday?
Yep.
Us two, yes.
Yep. I will not be there, but yes.
Um, but yeah, the power play, it was really interesting. Like you said, they didn't know for a minute. Um, and I think they got a breakaway when the guy came out of the box, if I
Yes. Yeah, yeah. It
remember.
wasn't a breakaway, but like he was ahead of the sting. If he was able to catch it with a stride, it would have been a breakaway, but he caught it stabilized,
Yeah,
and then we were able to catch up.
yeah,
But they had a free zone entry for
yeah,
free. And I,
yeah,
I think he'd barely got his stick in his hands, is what it was.
yeah. Yeah, it was rowdy. It was interesting to say the least. I mean, I don't remember what the call was it a trip? Was that what the call was?
Don't know. I really don't know. But I remember someone being upset that they missed another. Rex missed a different call earlier or later than that.
Yeah,
So that caused some turmoil. Um,
yeah.
but
Which is gonna
oh yeah,
happen.
I
I
told
mean,
Rex don't make any makeup calls. Not for me, not against me. I
yeah,
just like it's just look. You call what you see. Don't make nothing up. So we can't all. So every single time something goes wrong, we just say he missed it. That's it. It's not like
yeah,
you're going to not make a call because you missed a call last time.
yeah,
If I missed a call on the bell ringers, and so then the bell ringers make a penalty, and I'm like, I missed one on them last time, so let's not double up on them here. But just call what you
yeah,
see, and it sucks to suck if he misses it. That's it. So that like there's no
yeah,
impropriety. There's nothing like that. Call what you see. Don't call what you don't. We're moving on. You get a little grace here because we love you.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I
having
mean,
him is
just
already a huge advantage and way better than what we had before. So take what you get.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was literally what I was about to say, but you said it a lot more eloquently than I was going to. Um, just having somebody who will call anything at all is amazing,
Yeah.
and we appreciate that very very much. Um,
I think the power play,
but
as far as we ran it, none of us have ever ran a power play of 5 on, or 4-on-3 power
four
play.
on three.
So
Yep.
we just went and basically, I was playing left wing again. Typically I'm a center, and I really don't know what the heck to do at left wing, but it's either center or defense. But I want Cardi Biscuit to play center, and he wants to play center, so I just let him play, and I want to play with him, so I'll be his left wing.
Yep.
And then we had Kaz at the top with Ross, and my rule at Cool Sports with my other team is we don't make no changes. The power play is whatever line is out there, just so I'm not messing with nobody's ice time.
Yep.
The only person who gets punished is the spot that got penalized. So if the left wing gets penalized, another left wing isn't going back out there because the right wing isn't going to get off because the left wing got a penalty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the only little. You can't fix that, you know. But
Yep.
so we just went next lineup, and we had possession of the puck just about the whole time, except for that one time Jake shot when I was wide open on the other side, and then like
Mhm.
shortly after, I think we brought it back in, and then they cleared it out, and then I was the end of the period, end of the power play. But we had some pretty decent chances, and Scoob just probably made like 6 or 7 saves on that power play.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has some good ones.
and we're all good along the boards. My whole team is good along the boards. So we just like, look, if we don't have possession, send it around the boards. We'll pick it back up and set up again. You know, if we don't have anything good, reset. And then we use that to our advantage. And I thought that was pretty good. I really wanted to score though, and we did not.
Yeah.
First power
Well,
play
it
goal
didn't
in
matter in
history.
the end. Yeah. It didn't matter in the end because you still won.
Yeah. What was the score? 4-2, 4-3,
4-2.
4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
Yep, 4-2.
Yeah, we had Justin get a goal. We had Kaz get a goal. Myself had a goal, and I don't remember who the other one was. I think it was Cardi.
Carter.
Yep, Carter.
Yeah.
And then who scored your 3?
It was Jared, Danny, and Simone. He finished it out.
Oh, man, so Scott's the only one left, yeah?
Yep.
So
Scott's the
everyone
only one
has a
that scored
goal
out
except
of
for
the
Scott.
OGs.
Wow.
Well, no, there was a bet between, I don't know who all was involved in the bet, but there was a bet between who would get a goal first of Scott or Simone.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
And so not only
Simone scored on the
did
game
Simone
too.
get a
You got to
goal.
give Scott one game to catch up. Don't declare victory yet. If he gets a goal in the first
Well
game he plays, because he hasn't played any games yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
well, not
That's
only
fair.
did Simone get the goal, but Scott's son also got the
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
Oh, so we did like
I'm mad
a.
at Simone though. I'm mad at Simone because he was supposed to do a hammer celebration because his last name's Hammer and he forgot, dude.
That's too funny. You should have. I never remember to celebrate. I've always, my whole thing is like the no sell. Act like you've been there before. So no matter how big the goal is, I just maybe I'll do a little quick stick twirl in my hands, but I try not to celebrate or yell or nothing like that. I've been encouraged the last couple of seasons here to like be bigger. So I don't know if I celebrated my goal. I don't think I did, but I
I
we should go
got
for some
a little
sellies.
one. We should go for some maybe nothing too over the top,
No,
but
nothing annoying.
like we had one last season where the bow and arrow or something was a little bit much. I had a little one when I subbed in I subbed in for I guess it was DCP at the time. Which that was a completely different team, so I don't feel bad about calling it DCP. Um, I had a little tuck in goal, and I mean it was the first one I'd scored, but I don't really count it because it wasn't with my
Sure,
team, and
right.
whatever.
We don't count sub
Um,
stats.
yeah, but
We
it
don't
was
count
just like
stats.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh man, this is wow, I finally got one. You
Yeah,
know,
should have celebrated a little bit bigger.
yeah, but like I said, it was like I always knew it was going to happen where my like first official goal would be not with my team, and it's just
Of
not.
course,
I
yeah,
don't even want to count it.
that does
Yeah,
suck.
we
I don't even
still
want
don't
to count
believe
it.
him, dude. No one believes him.
Yeah, no one believes me. Westlow was there and
Yeah,
doesn't believe
I
me.
I remember talking about this in chat. I'm like, I literally don't have any memory of this happening. Oh shoot. You know who had a big celebration is Dan Lang, our goalie in Cool Sports. When
Yeah.
he scored his first goal as a skater, dude, he went ballistic. He went banana sandwich. Yeah, and you know how
Yeah.
dialed in he gets. He gets so energetic, and everything is the worst thing and everything is the best thing with him on the ice. Yeah, so
Mhm.
he went nuts. He went absolutely nuts. I
I loved
I did a
his
face off.
celebration last
Go
week
ahead.
when he won. I loved his celebration last week when he won the game.
Oh, what did he do? I don't remember this.
It's on the Instagram page because I got a picture of it, but he's got like a one arm, like one standing on one leg, like both arms out, like just it was goofy, but it was really funny.
Nice, cool. Yeah, he's always
I'll
got
send you the
big
picture.
energy, man. on the goal that's Cool Sports, I won the face off, bounced off of his leg, went right back to me. And so I'm like, oh, freebie, and I had nothing but net to shoot at. And I went post and went behind the goalie, went post and far side. And he just, I don't know where he came from, but he just sort of landed behind it and just slapped it in.
Yeah.
He went, he slid along the ice. He did all kinds of stuff. He hopped up. He went to the wall, started yelling at fans. I'm like, dude, this is too much.
We need to get someone to do the OV, the penguin slide
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. That's well, I mean,
from 895.
doesn't one of the Monjons already do that?
Yeah, it was basically Jared did that. He scored in the very next shift. He did it, so I mean, it
Yeah, he
kind of
did.
works out.
A
Well,
little late.
I kind of meant do it intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, okay, gotcha.
You don't know
How
what
do you
he
know it's
intends.
not
Yeah,
intentional?
you can't tell what they're trying to do.
It was a delayed celebration.
It was a shift late.
I remember my first goal. I definitely went over the top though, so I mean, I can't, bash it.
Well, I was on the ice for your first goal, and I like smacked your back so hard that I fell.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was skating away, and what I did was the whole stupid selfie stick. So I put my glove on my my hockey stick and put it up like I was taking a selfie, and I just
Nice.
feel you
That's so good.
you just ate it. Yeah.
I just
I
like
wish you actually got the
popped him
picture
on the
from the
back
glove.
and just
Seeing him eat it behind you, right?
Dude, he ate it hard too.
My first.
I did, and it was right in front of the DCP team bench, and it was like, well, I don't really care.
Oh shoot.
I was hype at the time.
My first ever like competitive goal. It was in overtime for the championship, and I had never even had a shot on net previous to this. I was playing 4-on-4, and we had one defenseman, 3 forwards back then, and it was like I was the second defenseman to the coach's son. So that guy he had all the big minutes, right? But then at the very end, we go into overtime, and it goes to 3-on-3, and the coach goes up to me. He's like, "You told me in the beginning of the year you could play center." I'm like, yeah." He's like, "It's been like 15 games. I've not played a single shift at center." And he goes, "Can you win a faceoff?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, win this faceoff, go score a goal." And that's exactly what happened. The goalie, I won the faceoff forward, and it goes through past the defenseman, who was off to the side. He wasn't directly behind him. That's why he told me to win it forward, because he knew there was like a weakness there. And the goalie comes out to play it, and I chip the puck over the goalie and then trip on the goalie and tuck it in, guide it in as I'm falling into the net, and
Flying poke check.
and completely knock myself out on the post. So there was absolutely
unconscious,
briefly unconscious, but yes, yeah. I remember getting picked up, but it couldn't have been more than a couple seconds later. But yeah, I slid into the post and just cranked my forehead into it. Yeah,
wow.
and that was my first goal ever, and it was pretty hyped. But I did no celebration, so.
Well, they don't ask you how.
Your celebration was knocking yourself out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, but ever since then,
What
it
were you
has
saying,
been
Michael?
no sell. I just nice. I did a little fist pump, maybe. I try not to celebrate too much.
Or you just shoot it and fall on the ice. One of the two.
One of the two. Yeah. If I even hit the dang net.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, this stick is an inch longer than my last stick, and I'm still getting used to dialing in the timing of the slap shot for sure.
Yeah.
Because once I shoot enough at my house, just wrist shots at the net, where I've got that figured out, where it's not trouble. But the one timer, I'm not doing that, because I'll just lose the puck into my yard, because I know I won't hit the net. Oh, we're getting close to 55 here.
Yeah. We should probably go ahead and get her wrapped up.
Mike,
Yeah.
Any last words on your game?
No, it was fun. I look forward to hearing Trenton and Thomas Patterson's recap of the game next week. I hope you guys both stay healthy and have fun. And
I don't know if they'll be able to wax poetic about Gossip Girls like you did.
Yeah. I'll do my best not to fall off this balcony here and to be able to give you a recap next week.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping the Gossip Girls come out with a W, but again, this is League. It's just for fun. So you guys be safe and give them hell.
Yep. Thank you for being our first guest. Excellent work.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. First guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well, I wouldn't say anytime, because I think I think our goal, at least for me, if you guys, if one of us doesn't play the bell, the 1 week or whatever that we don't play the bell ringers, we'll obviously have to have a guest from either Crown Cleaners or Bell
Yeah.
Ringers. But I do definitely want to keep we need to have. I think we should have the captains of every team at some point. I think that Scott had suggested like if there's a standout player of the game or whatever, we should see if they want to come on. Um, I don't. I'm open to any guest. We're gonna have to have Dan Lang on at some point
Yeah,
because he
he's
was
adamant. He wants
begging
it.
me.
He wants it
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm more than happy to have him on. It's just we're gonna have to find one where
We should have a
like I
long
said,
podcast with him, and then just release a podcast without his audio, and be like, "Yeah, we had to cut it for time. Sorry, bud."
sorry, man.
I think you should just have him when you ask him one question and you just see how long he talks about that one question and you just go from there.
It's hit or miss with him. He might just give you a couple word answer. He might go on. Who knows?
Who knows? I'm interested. I'd love to have him. I really would.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do maybe some inserts of like a in-game interview if we can get an in-game interview.
Yeah, that'd
I
be sick.
think there is somebody who wants to do it and
Wants to do the interviews, like interview people.
wants to do like interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know Chelsea. I think her name's Chelsea. Jared's wife. Her name's Chelsea,
Yeah,
right?
Chelsea. Yep.
Yeah. Scott was saying she wants to.
I don't
do
even
it.
know who
I'm so
Jared
bad
is,
with
so.
names. Okay,
That's-
Scott's son.
I'm two steps
24.
away from that. So okay.
Okay. Well, I'm
That's the
I'm terrible
commissioner's
with
son, dude.
names,
We have
but
to have him on if we want, right?
We have to have him on. Yeah. Scott was saying that she wants to do like interviews and stuff.
That'd be
and
fun.
Honestly, I figured we could just like post those clips.
So not have
as
him on the pod.
separate, so we don't
Yeah,
have to
that's
like
fine.
interject.
But we should
Yeah.
do it. That's for sure. We should do
but-
that.
No, we should.
Um,
I definitely have either or both of them as guests at some point for sure too.
when my plan is whenever we have everyone show up, we have one extra guy. And I'm not gonna. Last year, I would just make 3 full lines and then 1 line with the extra person or 2 extra persons, and then make a 4th line out of double shifters. From the second line, you know. But instead of doing that, I said I will just sit out and I will coach. You know, because
Yeah.
I'm not in desperate need of ice time. I play at another league too. You know.
Yeah.
So if that happens, I want to do a coach. I want to do a coach interview for sure.
My idea is to have like intermission maybe a pregame and maybe not all at once or like not all in the same game or whatever, but like I think it'd be cool to have like pregame interviews, intermission, post game, just like even like just on the bench,
Something, yeah, more content.
something
Let's do
or
it.
multiple, as much content as we can get,
Yeah, let's just have fun.
Um,
Yeah, I want to get
Let's have
annoying
fun.
with
That's
it.
all that's all we're doing.
People are gonna be tired of
Yeah,
all the
we already-
content.
We're
You
gonna
know,
Too
we
much.
have people calling players, asking how the league's going. Just got to tell them to look at the content. Tell us. What you
Yeah,
think.
there you go. What do you
Yeah.
think?
think I definitely think that once we continue doing this, we can get some clip-ons and mic some people up during the game too. It'd be so much
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, that'd be a good time.
we got to spend some money on something. Let's do it.
Yeah.
One step at a time, baby. One step at a
Yeah.
time.
I appreciate you having us. You coming on the mic, and thanks for always running this, Trenton. Excellent work.
Yeah, anytime.
Game 2.
Yeah, thanks, you guys.
I'm having a blast with it. I can't believe we spent so much time talking about hockey.
I didn't know I had it in me until the first one. I'm like, and then
Such a
I
stark
kept
contrast.
thinking after I left, I'm like, I could have probably gone for another hour.
Yeah,
we can talk
exactly.
about hockey all
I could
day.
keep going now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's funny is we really only spent like 5 minutes of the last pod talking about hockey.
Much better this time.
And much better this time. But it was a lot of fun last time.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good to spend time focusing on the task at hand, if you will.
Oh,
Yeah.
real quick, I wanted
Okay.
to because on Jared, right? We didn't even mention his one-handed falling on the ice assist from game 1.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
talked
that
about
was
the flying
disgusting.
pocheck from from my game, right? Which was the
Yeah.
moment of the game, right? But we never mentioned Scott's assist from the ice on like sliding on his back. He just did like the OV one-hand tuck goal, but and a pass across the ice, and then somebody buried it.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
Elliot.
It was Elliot,
for his second in the game. And what's nice about that too, it's funny because it's the standings and it's only 4 teams, but that goal that Elliott had at the end of the game is actually the goal differential that let us be in second place instead of third. So it was
Oh,
a it
because
was
you
a
guys are
pretty it
tied,
was
Let's
a
so you
pretty
go.
went on goal differential. Big
yeah. So
timer.
right now
Let's
that
go.
was a big time point for Jared, and yeah, no, that was definitely the play of the game for us there. And then I think the the play of the game was in this last game, so he's 2 for 2
2
right
for
now.
2 for play of the game. So,
Yeah.
okay, someone from my team has gotta get to play of the game, or my game. It's probably the
Well, they did last time.
well, I'm saying we got
Oh,
it from
from
that game. It
yeah.
doesn't have to be from my team. I don't remember anything spectacular
Yeah.
from my guys. Do you remember anything? I think we had a pretty standard
Um,
game. We just
yeah, I mean, there wasn't
we
anything
hit a lot
stand
of
out.
posts. Every one of our good plays ended up being a post.
I mean, I hate to say it, I think the moment of that game was the power play.
Yeah.
Just having
Just
one.
having a power play, sure. Yeah.
Just having a power play, yeah.
Successful power play
I mean,
for
like
sure.
yeah, there wasn't anything. I think one of your guys had a pretty wild snipe, but
Yeah, I don't remember any of it. So nothing stands out. Sorry, guys, we all
yeah,
suck.
nothing stands out. Sorry,
Yep. How about
sorry,
goaltenders
sorry.
eating them all up, both of them, player of the game?
Yeah,
Yep, there you go.
there was actually your goalie had a pretty wicked. I
Oh,
remember a
the
pretty
glove
wicked play.
save,
I can't
huh?
remember this.
The sliding
I can't remember the
glove.
specifics.
Because
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, it was on Beans or it was on his the guy in number 3,
Mhm.
who caught a pretty good feed. It wasn't like a one-timer. He caught it on his forehand and then pulled it up to snipe, and there's no way the goalie should have gotten over, but he slid over and glove saved. So how about that? Alex, the
Yeah.
sub goaltender, play of the game.
Yep. Play of the game.
All right.
Very nice. Which I mean, that was a good play overall, but the save was just insane.
The better the play to make the shot, the better the save can be, you know?
There you go. So everyone involved in the play gets play of the game.
Yeah, except I was on the bench. So nice.
Yeah. But the goalie takes the cake.
That's right.
Well, we ran over like we said we weren't going to.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Time flies when you're having fun.
Like we said. Thanks for being on, Michael. Wes, thank you for making time for us.
Yeah, absolutely, guys.
See you guys next week.
I'm always
Look
available.
forward to doing this again next week.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm cutting out. My balcony does not have good reception.
Is that it?
Oh no. Oh, sorry. My balcony has terrible reception.
Oh, end it.
End it. All right. End it. All right. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.